Okay, welcome everybody. My name is Joseph Arin Zamanzi, and today I'll be taking you through practical insights into theoretical soundscapes. So last time we talked about DAWs, and it was a rushed class, but basically, I hope it gave each one of you a rough introduction to DAWs. And we listed so many different DAWs that you can use to create soundscapes, to design your sound for theater. So today, I will be demonstrating and showing you how you would approach uh, sound design in a DAW. So Keynote is everything that I do here. Uh, you should be able to do them on any DAW, regardless. You know, it could be on your phone, it could be on any device that's able to record and edit. Same principles. If you follow this, you should be really good to go. So I just want to do a very small recap on DAWs. And so what we know is, to make it very simple for everyone, is a DAW, which is a digital audio workstation, is a software used for recording, editing, mixing, and producing audio. So if you don't have headphones, please go get yourself some headphones, because this is going to be critical listening, okay? And I'll thank everyone who came with their headphones. Yeah, so what are DAWs used for? They're used in music production, sound design, podcasting, and post-production. Yeah, so part of the things that me and my colleague ISMA, we've designed sound for theater, but most of the times we will be designing sound for picture. So that's film, TV. And that's where post-production comes in. So examples are Cubase, Pro Tools, Logic, and Ableton Live. The list goes on and on and on. In the previous PDF, if you have the PDF, and by the way, if you don't have the PDF or all the previous PDFs, it means we most likely don't have your email address. So please send us an email and say you want to be added on the email chain, so that we can resend all the PDFs from class 1 to the present. So just send the email at molikastudios@gmail.com. Yeah, I think we should be, let me put it here. Yeah, that's the email address. If, yeah, text us there, and I'll leave it here for a while, and we'll add you on the email chain. Okay, let's move on. I'm going to count up to 5. Just take a screenshot. Great. So, role of sound in theater. This keeps coming up because these are the things we have to emphasize over and over, so that you know, as you approach sound design, these are the key things that really matter. So, oops. All right. So these are the things that really matter in sound design. So we have atmospheres, some people call them backgrounds. So for example, if you are to build a soundscape where you have thunder, you need sounds of rain. Let's say you need an urban uh, soundscape. Let's say the storm is in an urban setting. So you definitely need different sounds to create that atmosphere, and that will depend on the setting. And then we have uh, it helps in emotional support, and this really emotions are usually highlighted so much by music. So if you want to create something creepy and eerie, or if you want a joyful and joyous uh, atmosphere, music is gonna help you do that so well. And then, of course, narrative. Sometimes music can foreshadow certain things that are a- about to happen. So you can use sound, music, or anything. Like, let's say you can use footsteps, but the character is hearing them uh, from outside. Let's say they're coming from outside and the character hears them before we see the person walking. That's kind of like foreshadowing. So you can use sound to create some of those to foreshadow stuff like that. And then we have special effects, obviously, creating of stage or imagined actions, explosions, footsteps, and etc. So key elements, like I've said, ambience, sound effects, music, and Foley. So you will always rotate around these most of the times. So that's it for the introduction. I'm just done a recap. Every detail is in the class that was talking about DAWs. So visit your home library where you stored the PDF and refer to it. Great. So let's start with creating an environment. Okay. So to create an environment, you might get a soundscape that has every detail that you want, and maybe that's okay. But most chances are you might want to add just a few things to make it more realistic and more immersive. So, for example, like we talked about, let's look at a beach scene. You at the beach, there's usually wind, there's water, there are people. So you might find a recording that just is wind, and you might find a recording which only has water, or you might find a recording that only has a crowd. And by putting these elements together, they just create a more realistic thing. So, and then sometimes you might find things that you feel like maybe it's too boomy, it's too bassy, or maybe it's too, you have a lot of high frequencies, for example, at the beach, like a lot of that, and you don't want it. You use a tool called an EQ or equalizer, which I think we talked about. And then automation. So this class is not about talking so much. I am going to open my DAW and I start demonstrating how all this works. So unfortunately, or fortunately, Zoom has bad manners. It doesn't sound so great with uh, like DAWs, or like the quality is low, the quality of audio, but all the like we shall still be able to get something decent from what I'm going to show you. It's just that the quality is like the sound is compressed. It's their system, that's how it works. But hopefully everything will be as clear as possible. So I'm going to open my DAW, which is Cubase, and I'm going to open it when it's empty. So just hang on, and maybe I should show you from opening it.
Mr. Emanzi, if I can interrupt shortly, some people are logging in with their usernames. They're using the Zoom user, or kindly everyone log in with your user. Thank you.
Please say it again. I think I missed you at a certain point.
I was requesting that every user logs in with their username, not the Zoom user or whatever. Let's use. I request that we use our real names to sign in.
Great. So you can edit your username so that you have your real name. Okay. So I'm going to open and do a new project. Can you all see my screen? Oh, great, great. So Cubase opens like this. These are some of the recent projects we've been working on, but I'll create a new project. And I have a folder here called Sound Design Workshop Demo. So I'll put everything in one folder. It's very important to be organized at this stage. So I'm going to call this Sound Design Demo. Great. And select the folder. And here we are. It's empty. Oops. So we talked about the different sections of the DAW. We have the transport section, which has the record button. There you go. And we have play, stop, and loop, which we talked about in the previous class. And so everything is here. Some DAW will open and maybe the settings are not well configured. That should be one of the first things you should do, which is to configure and make sure your settings are right. So for example, I think I should, can I move this? Oh, great. Yeah, so I go in this DAW, I go to studio and studio setup, and I choose here what you see, ACO driver, because I'm using a Windows computer. This will give me a list of all my different audio interfaces that I have on my system. Because I want to stream to Zoom, I am using a virtual interface so that the audio goes through the virtual interface and then streamed into Zoom. Otherwise, this number one Audient USB is my interface. So if I wasn't doing Zoom, this is what I would choose and I would be good to go. Yeah, so up here, what you're seeing is my timeline. So this section will show me bars or time. It's set in time, or so when you right click here, you see it's set in seconds, or I can have time code, which is as time code gives me more figures like 0, 0, 1, 0, 0, 0. So the first number from this side is the frame rate if I'm working with picture. So remember, cameras, how they work is they take pictures. Let's say if the frame rate is 24 frames per second, it means the camera is taking 24 pictures in 1 second. So that's the number that is here. If the frame rate is 30 or if the frame rate is higher, that means the camera is taking more pictures in 1 second. So we'll see that. I'm going to import in a video that I created. Then the next number shows seconds. Let me see if I can. Supervision. Let me actually create the video thing. Can you see this? The video? It's blank, but it shows time code up here. If you can see it, just raise your hand. I hope you can. You can't?
I can't.
No.
I only see Windows, window from, I don't know. Set
Okay.
project.
All right. Let me see. Screen.
Emanzi, try to adjust the settings. The screen is just popping the folder settings.
Settings.
Yeah, it just has the folder where you named the folder. That's the only thing that is on display.
Okay. Can you see
Okay,
Cubase?
now it's on. Yeah, now Cubase is on and the time code
Yes.
is rolling.
See my video here.
Yeah, it reads time code of 00005715.
Great. All right.
Okay, thank you.
Yeah, I have a million screens open, so forgive me. So this is Cubase, and this is a video section. I was trying to explain the frame rate. This number here that I'm changing is frame rate. So as depending on how it is set, it's set to 24. You see, when I reach 24, it changes. It's 23, it goes back to 0. So this number will count up to 24. This number here gives me per second. So every 24, we get a second moving. So if we do another 24, it will 59, like that, like that. And then this is minutes and this is hours. Okay, and so this is the timeline right here. This is the transport section, which has record, play, stop, and loop. So everything here is empty. I don't have anything, but I want to import in my video. So we'll start by designing sound for the beach. So I've imported this. This video has no sound at all. So I've imported in a video and let's watch it. You can all see the video?
Yes, I can.
Great. So we have nothing at all, no sound, but we have a picture. So how would we approach this? Or one of the first steps is you have to know what you're working with. So basically, let's say this information that we are watching on the video was in the script. So we'll start there. I see an aerial shot of the beach. So that means I need sound of the beach, but from above, and then it changes, and then I see feet, And then, but I can still see water in the background. This man is clearly on the beach. And then finally, it cuts into kids playing. All right, and then it ends. So first of all, I need a collection of different sounds that I'll have to, oh, it says it has paused. All right, let me, looks like I'll keep changing the windows. If you don't see what I'm talking about, stop me so that we are in the same, great. So now I'm sharing my folder. So this is the folder that I've prepared for this particular project. Before I looked at the picture and I decided and said, this is the beach, these are the sounds that I'll need. So I listed them down and went and collected my sound library before anything. So in ambience, that means these sounds are everything that I collected that is in the background. So I have different options that I have here. And then Foley, I have sand, footsteps, and then I also have some music. So that's my folder. So everything that I'll be working with, everything that I'll be working with is in these folders. So raw, this folder has the video. So I downloaded the videos from the stock royalty-free videos and I just edited it and created this one so that we can demonstrate what is going on. So I'm gonna go back to Cubase. All right. Beach and ambience. So what I'm going to do is, you can't see, but I am in the other folder of ambiances and I selected all the sounds. I am dragging them and dropping them here. Here it's saying insert objects on different tracks. Yes, I want them on different tracks. If I do one track, they'll be in a list going in one direction. So I want different tracks. So it's importing, and that's all my background sounds. And I'll import Foley later. I'll also import, I'm importing the music. So I have different options. Right now, I've not yet decided, but I know the feeling I want to go for. And then this is footsteps. Great. All right, so back here. So I'll close the video for now and first organize all my files in my DAW and how I want to do my project. So one of the first things is I will remove this first file that came with a video. It's empty, I don't need it. So I'm going to right click and remove selected tracks. I don't need that. So I only have that. Now, so all my backgrounds which come up to here, I'm going to select them and change their color. Since we are on the beach, I'll choose a color like that. And then next is I have all my music. I'm gonna choose a cool color like that. And then feet, I'll also choose, let's say red for now. Yeah. Let's do red. Let's choose green. Yeah. So these are my 3 elements. The 4th element that is missing is hopefully going to be happening on stage where we have characters talking. That is dialogue. So these are like the main 4 elements that we'll be working with. So to be organized and not to get confused, this particular DAW allows me to move things into a folder, and I can name the folder ambience, and I'll give it the same color. And then music, and I'll also, so it says move selected tracks to new folder. So I'll call that music, and that's the color. And then fit, which is lonely and alone. YouTube. So I'll say fully. And that's the color we had used. Great. So these are 3 elements. Now I've minimized. If I open all the things, this is how it would look. But I don't want to have clutter on screen. So I'll minimize and focus on the things that I need at the moment. So our approach to this is going to be very simple. I'm not going all the way to being advanced. So I had different sounds that I downloaded from also a royalty-free website. So I'm going to listen to them and mark them and hopefully know which one works where I need each of them. So for that reason, I'll bring my video back and let's play the first one. Can you hear the sound? Okay, let me boost it.
No, we can't.
So,
No.
okay. Can you hear now?
No.
No, the sound is not coming through.
Okay, so basically that's one of the challenges that I think Zoom has. It thinks, oh, okay, just a sec. It thinks that's noise, but I think there's a way around it. So I'm going to stop sharing for a sec so that I can change. Let me stop. Original sound for musician is on. So I needed to click that so that it can bring everything. So I'm going to share Keybase again. Share. Great. You can hear now, right? Yeah.
Yeah, yeah.
So Zoom has this thing where it tries to remove noise. So there's this feature. Okay, let me stop talking. So this is, I'm going to play different sounds that I've downloaded. So that is one. Okay, then we have kids playing. Okay, then so I'm going to organize them together. As you've seen, I've moved this one up. So all beach sounds without kids are going to be so on these here are called tracks, and we talked about the tracks last time. So the fact that there are many tracks, these are called multi-tracks, and each track has different controls. When I am pressing S here or M, S means solo, so that means play only that sound alone. M means mute, so the two work hand in hand. That means if I say solo, it means all these other tracks are mute so that we can focus on only one track. Okay, if I mute, it means only that one track is muted while the others are playing. So if I solo, the other tracks are going to be muted like that. So now I solo that and play it. And one thing that I can see from the waveform is it's evolving. From the beginning, it keeps changing. So what I'm hearing, that is wind that is hitting the diaphragm of the microphone and creating sounds like that. Of course, I won't use that. So this is my first layer, and I think I want to look at my scene, or I've read my scene and I know what it's about. This is an aerial shot, so I want to start with a beach that is at a distance. Okay, then let's see. Here I have kids, I'll put that down. And I can change the name so that I can focus. I don't care whether the children are from Brazil. All I want to know is children playing. Let's just make it like that so that I can easily see them. So children playing beach. Actually, instead of children, I need shorter words, so I can say kids and beach. And same thing I think is happening with this one. Now I'll name this as say kids. Here the microphone is very close, and I'll decide if I want to use that. So here kids, distance, they are a bit far. Let's so here say kids, beach, distance, distance. Yeah, great. So and then I have, so this is a process that takes time. The more organized you are, the next steps are very easy. If you just get things in there, you get confused because it keeps growing, and then you don't know where is this coming from. You just don't know. So the earliest stage is get your sounds in, organize them. That is in our old PDF. So I want to play this one. Sounds like the water is close, so I'll say beach, water, close. This is my language as a sound designer. I will look at this and I'll know exactly what this sound has. And the first one, sounds like this is the area shot actually. So I can say beach ambience. I can say beach, maybe white. Let's just do that. So I'll start and I'll be strict to my workflow and say, all right, from what I have, I'll go through and see up to the point where the scene changes. You see here? So I dragged my locator, so this line, and I brought it slowly to a point where the picture changes, and it looks like it's changing at frame 9, around there. So let me zoom in so I can be precise. Frame 10. So time code is 0006 10, the 10th frame. So I'm going to, now these are my tools that right here, see here, these are different tools that I use in editing. This is object selection, range selection. I can draw, I can erase, I can split or cut, I can glue things together, I can mute some events, I can zoom in, I can comp, I can time wrap, that is stretching, or so all the tools that I need are right here. So at this point I want to cut this and say at this area. So I zoom in to where I put the locator, and I can actually tell it to be very precise and follow the locator. So cursor and events and cursors. So if I go here and I'll cut right there. So let me zoom out. All right. Now this is going to be my first ambience that I'm going to use. So I have two things. I can create new tracks that I'm going to use. So I'm going to create empty tracks so that I don't mess these. In case I need them, I can always go back. And I need audio tracks. So I have different tracks that I can get in, but in this case I need audio tracks. So I'll just create an audio track and call it ambience 1, and then I will create ambience 1, maybe 2 layers. So these are the 2 tracks I've just added in, and they are empty. So what I'm gonna do is I'll copy. So if I press Ctrl and Alt, I'll just have a copy of that and I'll put it here. So if these are the ones that I'll go with. And then so when the scene change, there's nothing happening. So what happens in the next scene change is this man is walking, but before he walks, I want to follow my plan. I want the area, I cannot see any kids, I can't see anything, so I'll leave this one that is empty. Second scene, same story, so maybe I can still stay with the same, and maybe I'll add a layer. We will find out. So let me go check. At this point I'm gonna run through I'm gonna run through. Let's go to a point where, let me bring my video in till this man disappears. Looks like I think I'd gone. It's around here. So right here, 15. Let me cut. So right there at 15, I'll create a copy on the second one. So what I'm doing is the first scene is up, the second scene is down. This one is called checkerboarding. We all know what a checkerboard is. When you play drafts or when you're playing chess, there's a way there are like different boxes. So something like this, like this, like this. Yeah, so it helps me when your project is big, it will help you know when the scene is changing. So that's the advantage of checkerboarding. So you will have that. So the next scene, same sound, and then this one, it's where we need our ambience that has kids. I have different ambiences. When I watch through the video, I notice there's a bit of traffic somewhere. There is also, and I'm just noticing that. At first I didn't. So then I see kids, but all of them are at a distance. So I will go to save time. Obviously, I have two of these kids that are, these are close, these are at a distance. So I'll compare any of the two. Great. So I think I will use that, or before I decide. Alright, so these kids are at the distance, but they're playing. I can hear them kicking a ball, and there's no ball in this one. So I'll go with the first one, which has no kids playing the ball. So let's just cut anywhere, and the kids, and it will depend, are the kids playing extremely very busy, or they are, it's just light, they are not really playing so much. So oops, so let me put this at exactly where the scene changes. So when I zoom in, it helps me to be very precise. So I come and I know my scene is ending right here. So right now, let's play start. Okay, so I think I want to start from here, where the kids are much further in my background. And then see how the scene comes in. It actually, the scene fades in. Cool. So I have that, though between the first scene and the second, it sounds very identical. Very identical. So I want maybe adjust the volume. Maybe I could let me not be so loud in the first one. When we come closer to the beach, so just by adjusting volume, so what this is it adjusts the volume of the clip that I have on my timeline. So with my backgrounds, I think I'll go with this. So I've downloaded backgrounds that already have layers. Let's say they say we have kids that are coming close, or actually no, let's say here we have, in this scene, if we watch this side of the video, there's traffic, there are cars, and there's a car. So we should be able to hear just a bit of traffic, though not so much, just a little bit. So I'll go back to my folders, and because I had not seen this previously, as a sound designer, pay attention. So just out of Cubase, looking for where I might have some traffic in my library. So of course, right, let me get this. Stiff ambience city. Let's have that in. So I have now that's light traffic. It has birds, a bit of birds in it, but this is like a distant city that is recorded at a distance. Now cars are passing by. So I'm going to choose this section that is not extremely busy, and I will add this into my ambience folders. Let's color code it as well, like the rest. All right, so I'd created 2 tracks. I need more than just 2. So let me duplicate and borrow some traffic from here. So, yep, copy. So what I'm doing right now is called layering. We talked about layering, and good enough, in the first example we found a place to layer things. I'll delete this. Great. So in case anything goes wrong, I can always come back to these sounds and borrow something from there. That's why I'm not, if I copied something, I left it the way it is. I just left the markers where I cut. So now I think I'm happy with what I have. I'm going to let me just disable them and hide them so that I can focus. Oops, I can focus on my ambience only. So this is what we've done so far. Okay, too much traffic, but no problem. We just exactly know what we shall do to the traffic. But I can turn it down just like that. All right. So my ambiances for now are done. So at the distance I see this last traffic. It's not the main thing. It's very minor. And the birds that I'm hearing in that ambience, they're very minor in this street one. Very minor. So now I can name ambience 3. Yeah. So here you see these are double. This is layering. There are 2 backgrounds, just adding a bit. As we go in time, we shall even make this sound much better. So next is I want to go for music. No, I want to go, music is going to be my last thing. I'm gonna do Foley. This guy is walking and I have someone walking on sand, and of course I couldn't record myself. I just want to show you where I got that guy from, just to be creative. I think just hang on, I'm just in my download folder getting things from there. Let me play. So I'm going to show you a video of this guy who is recording Foley. Of course, I just can't record Foley at the moment. So share. Okay, let me stop. Share. Great. Let me share with sound. I think I shared without sound. Share with sound. All right. So to record Foley, you don't necessarily have to go to the beach. So what this guy is doing is he has towels here and he has a bag of dust and sand, and he's put his microphone somewhere and he's going to so I just downloaded this guy's video. So basically that is where I got, let's come back to Keybase. Welcome back, ladies and gentlemen. So that's where I got that sound from. So I'm going to zoom in and do some editing on it. So I know this guy is walking outside and I don't think his footsteps are as strong as an elephant. So I'm not going to use some of the big spikes that are in the beginning. I'm interested in this last section. So I'll create an empty track that I'll be editing to, call this Foley 1, and I'll create 2 tracks just for the sake. Now my original file stays. I don't want to lose it. In case anything happens, I'll always go back to it. That's one of the good habits to have. So I am chopping different sections. I look at the waveform. I can zoom in it and I only cut where I see transients, so I have independent feet. So what I'm gonna do is copy this down So I can disable that. Can even hide it now. I might not need it. Now I can manipulate this any way I want. So let me just listen to one. So I might not even use these ones. I'm interested in this. Sounds more like someone's stepping on sand, that sound. And this last one, I can vary the two for now. So let's go to the scene that needs these feet. So scene 2 starts around here. So I have my material. So I could foreshadow that someone is walking and coming if I want, but I'll do that later. So what I'll do is carefully observe. I see his shadow, but let's go like that to the point where the foot makes impact right there, and drag and drop that sound there. And I'll get some of the other sounds because I need to create variation. He's closer to the camera. Yes, I think I'll start with a strong foot, and then let's go to the next. Right there, the second foot is landing, should be around there. Let's continue. Second foot, third foot lands right there, and he's going in a distance. For now, I'm just gonna alternate between these two for now. And I kind of start getting his vibe and his movement. So this one goes here. Yeah, the movies you watch, this is the pain sound designers go through. Patience, timing, because it has to sound real by all means. So Foley basically is, it doesn't necessarily mean you have to go and record the actual sounds the way they are. So let's go tap, yes, tap right there. Let's duplicate this there. Correct. Okay, not very correct. Okay, this one should come a little earlier. Let me zoom in. Down. We have, so I'm alternating them. I don't want them to sound like it's the same thing over and over. Then we have that. Pick any. Should have made this guy walk for only 2 seconds. Cool. All right, let me just quicken up the process. I have that, can go here, we have a different one. Yes, and he's going far, so the intensity will keep changing, so keep that in mind. Put that here. Yeah, maybe there was another foot. That one. Okay, this is rough. Let's see. Okay, Okay, so some sound, they sound plastic, and it's because the thing is looping, but I'm just trying to demonstrate something. Then there are some that are delaying, but I'm not gonna go all the way tightening things up. There's a lot more to cover. Great. And I could actually, I need to take out that boominess that is in the feet, but we shall deal with that. Okay, that foot right there. Has a problem. So I'm fading in and fading out. The reason I'm doing so is because audio, when you just cut it, there are some clicks it creates. So to avoid those problems is every cut you make sure it has fade in, fade out. Different DAWs will give you these options. So it's rough. So remember, he's losing intensity. I wish. Okay, I think we have it. So you see this section has no feet. The feet sound very plastic, especially when they stop. Like these spaces where there's no sound, it just doesn't sound real. And it's because there's no sound. So what we can do is we can go in and fill those spaces, and that this is called fill. So I fill in those areas so that we have consistent sound. Whether he's in or not, we have sound. So there's no point in time where there was no sound at all. It is the concept of silence. Does silence really exist? No, it doesn't. Cool. So let's cool this in. So it's gonna be a bit better. Sounds a bit plastic as well, but we can fix that. So what I can do is, let me take this whole fill section and loop it all the way. So looping it means we hate looping sound effects. It's not advisable because it tends to sound very plastic, but that creates a very big difference. Let me remove it and you see how bad it was. So it's just like, it's not cool. Here we have sound down there and it kind of keeps that consistency. I hope you can hear that difference. And I can turn it up just a little bit so that it's on the same level with all these other noises that we are hearing. Do you see how almost realistic they sound? Okay, at the end, the feet are not in sync, but we shall not die with them today. But whatever it is, so compare these two. Foley, dry. It just doesn't sound real. Especially at the end where it's, okay, let me tighten it up just a bit. Because, okay, this one was delaying, and this one, it should be here. So timing, you see the impact of timing. If the things are not well timed, it's just not going to be believable. No one is going to love it. So let me play. Compare again. So these are the things you're looking out for. One, every time he steps, there's no feel sound. Like we don't feel like he's in the same environment. So doesn't sound cool at all. But let's add the feel. So this is the sound that we copied from the same recording, but it has no feet. It just has shh. It's more believable, right? A little bit better than it was before. So I'm going to leave my feet at that stage. Let's go for music. Now music will do a lot depending on what kind of music we choose. So in my titles here I have a song called Battle of the Dragons. You can imagine what you expect when you hear Battle of the Dragons. Obviously going to be a battle. Here I have, so I'm renaming this music, say playground fun kids music. Then this one says calm peace of mind. So I want to focus on the titles that I can see here. Let me just say fun. So playground fun, just relax. So these ones look to be in the same category. I'll pair them. And so let's add in music and see how this, so cue, to cue music, it means are you bringing music in at the right time? So I'll unmute my Foley and my ambiances. It's ambience. So music is, so far this is what we've made. Before we bring in the music, let's go. So we can hear the movement, but it's a bit quiet, but we'll deal with that. So let's go into music. Let's see what kind of music we have. It sounds like he's going to kill these kids. Like, it sounds dangerous. Like this guy. This is a beach, but it doesn't feel like it's peaceful at all. No, no, no. So this music, the timing is right, and of course I chose the cuts based on the timing, but it's one example of music that could be off, but it could also work if they said this guy's on the beach but he's a kidnapper. That's the vibe I get, you know, with music, and it's just changed everything from the beginning. Now someone might say, I know we have kids, so we want the music like to have kids, like it's happy, what? Oh, so let's go for a fun track. about to start selling Pampers. But yeah, it just has its own vibe altogether. And nothing is right, nothing is wrong. It just depends on what feeling do you want to go for. And then we have the cliche, everyone would associate the beach with relaxation, calmness, and quiet. Let's listen to this. Okay, that's that. And let's listen to the last piece. Just relax. So music, it's just giving us different feelings. It will force us to feel a certain way. This is the power of music, to picture, to theater, to what is happening. So you guys will decide which music we shall use. Let me first mute the music for now. It's going to be the last thing we work on. So right now we go to a stage called mixing. So I want to adjust these elements so they can sound much better. So at first I just put all the material that I need, looked at the timing, looked at all these elements. Great. Now I want to go through and make sure these things sound more real. And to do that, I'm going to make all my ambience go through what we call a bus. So a bus, basically, we talked about a bus last time. It's something that carries a group of things from one place to another. What's a bus in terms of transport? It is this car that is big that will get everyone going from point A to point B. So I will group these channels so that they go out together in this group, and I'll call this group ambiances. I don't want to name it like that. Maybe ambience. Okay, you could name it ambience or backgrounds or whatever you want to name them. So I'm gonna drag it. Created a group where every group I will create, let's create all the groups. So this is up to preference. I'll create another group and call this one Foley. So all my Foley tracks are going to come out through one bus. All my music is gonna come out through music. And then all these elements, all those buses, all those groups will also come out through what I'll call mix. So everything together will come out through this. So this is routing, basically. So I've routed in a way. Let's remove everything. I have a lot of chaos, but if I say solo ambiances, it is, you can see only my ambience tracks are active like this. So at the end of each group, I'm going to bring the bus that carries that group. So for example, in the beginning, all my ambiances are coming out through this bus called ambience. All Foley that has ever existed in my project will come out through a bus called Foley. Every music will come out through a bus called music, and I can color code them differently. So what you see is, you see these arrows here. These arrows show different tracks are coming out through this. So for example, if I solo this group, only the ambiances are, all the ambiances are being soloed, while every other track is being mute. So that means with just one command, I can control all the ambiances. So I want to turn things down a bit, a little bit. So I don't have feet here. It's only ambiances. So I'll start mixing. This track that we layered, it's on this side of the screen. Let me zoom in. So the traffic is top right corner, or on the right. So I use a tool called panning. Panning is on every track. Each one of your tracks has panning. So some DAWs will give you something like this, which is, this is called a channel strip, or you can go into what we call a mixer view. So the mixer view is, I hope you can all see the mixer. Okay, wait. Can you see the mixer?
No, we don't see the mix. No, we don't see the mix.
Yes, it's gray. Yes, it's gray.
All right, so let me share. The mixer is screen, this one. Yeah, you can see this now. Okay, so the reason we had different colors is they will help you when your eyes are tired, when you've been working with all these different things. This is where you need the color coding. Yeah, I closed the window and they're telling me I'm not sharing anymore. Let's go back here. All right, so I'm going to color them again the same way. Even their buses, I'll color them again. Same color. That was this color. Was it? No, this color. And then music was this green, this blue. I don't know what color it is. Great. So I'll go back to my mixer. So now you see, because I've color coded these things, I know ambience just by looking at it. I will immediately know what is what, you know. I'm not going to waste time. Oh, this is this. Oh no, everything is right here. So let's bring back our beautiful video. Start from the beginning. So let me not waste time playing all this. Let's just jump to the end where I had. So this scene started here, and we're going to do what we call automation. So automation is, it's actually okay. All right, so this scene starts here, but we want the traffic to be at the same side where we actually see the traffic. Let me bring back the mix full screen. So the traffic is this side, top right. So I should actually go to top right if I'm struggling. Keep switching windows. So what we can do is we will pan. So on here we have this tool here. Can you see this window that I opened? That I'm moving. Do you see any window moving? Great. So
Yes, we
up
do.
here
Yes,
there.
we do.
Okay. So I can move this to the side. That means that sound will come to that side of the ear. That's why our headphones have two speakers, one for left ear, one for right ear, and this is where stereo sound wins. When people have mono, that means everything is in the center, but stereo means things can be in the side and it's more immersive. So with immersive audio we want to pan things. So let's pan it maybe around 50%. I've taken it 61% to the side, and we'll play it alone so you can hear me moving it. So that's the traffic all the way to the left. Can you hear the effect? All the way to the left, all the way to all the way to the right, all the way to the left. Yeah. Sorry. Yeah, if you're putting your headphones wrong, I got you. Right, 100%. Left, 100%. So we can play with audio just like that and hypnotize you. No, I won't. So basically let's put it at around where it kind of feels realistic. But I also noticed the camera is actually moving. If I want, I could move with it, but I'm not gonna do that for now. So all the traffic that is moving, you actually hear it pass. Great. So I've panned ambience 1.3 to the side, and that is that particular layer. That's why you want layers, so that you can manipulate them differently. So let's only ambiances. So towards the end, we actually start hearing the cars passing by, and we can feel it in this side of our ear. I could maybe, let me bring it earlier so that the effect is much appreciated. So listen to the right. Okay, that's so cool. Like, we've immersed you already with our backgrounds, with our ambiances. So let's go to the Foley now. I think I like where it is right now. So let me now focus on Foley. So in the beginning, there are tracks I don't need. I'll mute those. So Foley starts from here. Let me play it on its own. I feel like it's quiet, so let me highlight all the Foley tracks and boost them. So here I have something that says volume. So if I've highlighted all these, I can turn their volume up at the same time. Yeah, a little bit plastic. Cool. Foley and ambience. Great. Let me turn them up just a little bit. Let me turn them. So what I want to do with this Foley is, as the guy is going, they should also fade, right? So that's what we need to do, and we can do that if we wanted by exporting this, importing it, and then create a crossfade. Long process. So this is where automation comes in, and all these things are in our old PDF. So if you want to refer to them, please go back to the old PDF. All these things are there. Great. So we can do Foley. So remember, I created a bus. This is the group where all my Foley, these two tracks, one track is just giving me feel. This is the feel sound, and you can hear it looping, shook, shook, shook. There's some techniques we can do to make it more static and much better, but I'm not going to do that right now. So I'm just working with the little that I have. So every place where you hear the cat is going like hew, 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 hew. So you can avoid that. Let me render this in place. So you can actually like export, bounce or export in place. If you come here in edit and say render in place, so it will take that sound and just make it one sound. Let me just hide this, disable it and hide so that I can focus. Hide. So this is my feel sound, and right now I'm gonna do something to it so that I'm getting an error, but so I just want to remove that vibe it has of being static, and then I'll come back. So I'm going to up something called isotope. So I've processed it so that we make it more static so that it doesn't loop. Now you see it's more consistent. Previously it was going so this is our Foley. Let's automate it. So what I'm gonna do is I'm going to, here it says write automation, right down here, write automation. I'm gonna click that, and as the man is going, I will write that information following how he is going. Yeah, everything is packed in a small window, so forgive me. So one, we could follow him. He's coming from this side, so we could pan. Let's begin by panning. So I'm gonna start this Foley on the, actually let me start it earlier. Let me copy some of this in the middle and let him come in much earlier. So that's my video. Come here. Great. So he came in much earlier, but I want him to be far right before he even pops up. Then he keeps coming in the screen and he moves towards the center. So let's write that automation as we watch him go. So start far right. And cool. So what I just did, created something here. So this is the automation track. This is saying whether I'm in control or not, that information will be read. Now I'm going to focus on the second element. Reduce his volume. He starts far, comes close, goes far. So let's start with the volume. Quite far. Okay, let me start quite early, like this. He comes in. And by the time he's there, so I'm gonna just edit the automation so that it sounds much more convincing. So let's bring the feel also from where he is. So usually when we have tracks that overlap, we create something called a crossfade, and a crossfade looks like this. So here should be the loudest. When this foot lands, should be the loudest, which is here. And then it starts going down as he goes away. So let's just tightening that up. I could actually go down quite faster. So that's my Foley. Let's listen to the Foley with the backgrounds. So Foley backgrounds. Let's listen to that. Is that a little bit convincing? Yeah, we're getting there.
Yes.
Yeah. I hope you're having fun. This is a very, it could be boring, could be fun. If you don't like the whole process, I'm sure you're bored, but yeah, this is how you obviously approach. So now from this point is we need to see, what do we want to make people feel? Do we want to feel like this guy is going to kidnap the kids? No. Or do we want to make it feel, actually, let's decide. This one I want to decide. You all listen to the music, I can play it again, and then you tell me, do you think this movie should be calm, relaxing, showing the beauty of nature and the innocence of kids? Should it be? Life could be good, but it can have a mysterious twist. Okay? It's an interesting story. Or let's make it ominous from the beginning to the end. Tell me what you think. Unmute and tell me.
Yes, please come in mind for me.
Okay, let's. Doreen? Sir? Your network is chopping. Can you say it again? Okay. I couldn't hear. Jashna, please. Jashna, was it?
Can you hear me?
Can you hear me?
Yeah, sure.
I said I would prefer to calm my mind.
All right. It's the beach. I mean, let's calm our mind. Yeah. I did hear, Doreen, what you said. Maybe you can type it in a comment, and Isma will let me know what you typed. Yeah. But for now, I know it's beauty, relax, calm my mind. And I have a track called Calm My Mind. Oh my god. So that's the music, and it actually works, I think. So Isma,
Yes, please. Yes, please.
did you get Doreen what she was saying?
No, she just said that her network is a bit weak, so let's proceed.
Okay. Okay, cool. So with music, I'll also choose what I want to use, what section of music do I want to use, and I could jump. So I know I have like a very full section towards the end, and then this one is just chill. This one is just chill. It's nice. So then we have the credits of the whole team that I had designing the sound. Okay. Before we go to credits, let's see. So I have two pieces that I could actually use both if I wanted. And maybe, yeah, let's do that. That gives us also an element of music editing and timing. So let's just do that. And this is the last thing we're doing. So let me create two empty tracks. Two tracks. Go out into music. So I can choose right here which bus, which group this track I'm creating should go to right from the time when I'm creating. So I create music 1 and 2. Okay, so I have them here. And remember, I said I don't want to disturb my track. So there are two things actually I'm debating. I like how this one starts. It just grows into sounds good. Then I have this one. So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna fade this one. I think I can easily start with the guitar one since it doesn't grow into a climax. And also this is very short time for us to use like two pieces of music. Usually this is a very short clip that is less than 30 seconds. It's about 29. So it's too short. Having two pieces of music is overkill. Why do we like to show off? think we'll have to stick to one piece and see who likes the guitar and who likes the sustained ones. Guitar track, put your hands up. Let me play them. Tell me how they make you feel. And then we'll choose one. This is the one that goes. Sounds like something you would play and just not think about anything. Then this one. Vote. Track 1, track 2. Who goes with track 1? Oh, okay. I am seeing some people who love the guitar. Let me see if I can make this thing bigger and see everyone. Track 1, can put your hands up in the air. People are not putting hands up. Okay, one person. Okay, track 2. Oh yeah, I see. How many hands? People are not voting. More votes for track 2. Shukra, Mazimpaka, and Tarav. Hope I'm saying the name correct. Yes. Track 2.
For track 2, I might choose drums. African drums, actually.
Okay. So we don't have African drums right now, but yeah.
Yeah, but you can.
You can easily add them in.
Any drum.
Oh yeah. Okay, cool. So, all right, cool.
According to the chat, we have.
I'm losing you, Mr. Isma.
Most people. Okay, I said chat. Two people voting for track 2, and then 4 people. Did you get me well?
No, I didn't get you well. Got you bad. Say it again, please.
According to the chat, 2 people voted for track 2, and then 4 voted for the details. And also for news, 13 to top of the hour.
13 what?
13 minutes to top of the hour.
Oh yes, cool. So great. I'm confused and very confused because hands, we had few people, and then comments. Great. So I'm gonna use, let's see. From the beginning up to here, I'm gonna use track 1. This is me trying to be as liberal as possible. And then I'll fade in track 2. They are in different keys, and what you can do is you can actually transpose and see what keys. So I'm gonna open like a keyboard app on my phone, and oh, they're telling me I don't have a keyboard app, but I know I have it. Cool. So I want to know the keys, that's why I have the keyboard. First track is in A. I guessed it, spot on. And then track 2 is in it's like G. That would be, let me move the guitar, transpose 2 semitones down. So by doing this is I want them transitioning very seamlessly. You will think it was one track. So that the tempos are different, so many problems, but let me automate this one so that it can smoothen out. Good. So we start with the guitars and then we enter into so one thing that I want to do is I don't want the music to keep growing and overwhelm all the cool things we've already done. So I'm gonna automate the bus of music. As you can see right here, this is the music bus, and I want to watch and let the picture guide me. Where I feel something is important, I'll focus on that. So let's go. So actually, let's start the music quite low. I want to appreciate the beginning, the waves. Cool. I think I shouldn't fade out until, so this is when you start tightening things up at this stage. Of course I want it to fade out, but I was already fading it out, so let's see. And then we have this. Maybe we're going out too early. It's good. Yes. Cool. I am going to share. Let's appreciate what we've done and then do questions and see. I need to share the full screen. Yes. You can all see the video? Great.
Yes. Yes.
So this is what we've worked on today.
It's not playing. It's not playing.
It's not playing?
The video is not moving, just the audio.
Oh. I I wonder why. Let me share it again. Oh, where has it gone? Oh, you three. You are. Screen 3. Stop sharing. Let me share again. Oh, maybe it was optimized for video sharing. It's not giving me the option. But let me try again. Hope it plays. Is it playing? Oh, it's frozen. Alright, let me just...
No.
Okay, let me just make it big here. Zoom, wonderful Zoom. That's why we really love you when we're streaming video. You are really awesome and we love you. Cool. You can see the video and I'm going to play so we can appreciate what we've done. Stop playing. Wonderful Zoom. Okay, cool. Let me just make it small. Maybe the graphics are being overwhelmed. Okay, let's turn it off and bring it back again and make it as small as possible. Yep. You can see, can you see the video now? It's playing.
No.
It's not playing. Oh, let me stop the whole share thing. I wonder why, because it's playing on my end. Screen 2. You guys can't see still? The video. What's up with the video? What's up with the video? But have you been seeing it before?
No, it was still all the time. So it wasn't moving.
The whole
We could
time?
see just the still frame.
Oh, that's not cool. It's not cool at all. Okay, let me see if it can use, if it could allow to stream from one of my screens. I will share that. 3 minutes, 3 minutes, 3 minutes. Okay. Share. Stop sharing. Share screen 2. Oh, I think something is off. Yep, something is off. I can see. I'm having a problem with let's turn it off. Stop sharing. Let's try this again. Okay, let me close some windows so that we are not overusing my graphics card. Because we are pretty much done. Let me go back here. Let's unplug. Oops. Get everything. Okay. I hope so. I'm gonna stream everything at the same screen. If you see yourself in the screen, just smile. And here is Zoom. Video. Share. Can you see now? Move. If you see it move, just put thumbs up. I can't see everything now that I've turned off some screens. Just someone say yes, we can see.
It's not moving. It's not moving.
It's not moving. That's not cool. All right, I guess I'm going to export it. Yo.
Still, that's it. Still, so maybe
Yeah.
just play the it's still starting. It's still starting.
Okay. So what I'll do is let me export with select on a video that we can doing. Right. So let me
Mr. Manzi, are you still there?
Yeah, I am there. So I have exported the video. Let me just import it so that you can see what we've just done. So open. Good. Cancel, close CapCut. Share. All right. You can see the screen I'm sharing. I'm gonna play. So this is what we were working on. Share it again and paste it in. Can you see and hear what is
The sound is very bad.
on the screen? Let me boost the volume.
Sound is maybe we can see it in the email also. Can send it.
It's very low usually.
Is it possible that internet is bad? Oh, mute. I was mute the whole time.
Not the whole time. Not the whole time.
Oh yeah. Could you hear the sound?
Yes. Yes.
Okay, so that's what we worked on. I just exported it and made a video out of it so that we can hear. It's a bit quieter than when we were in the DAW. But yeah, basically, this is what we designed today. Great. So I'm going to add this as an attachment to the PDF that we'll share. So you can approach this. Our class is long overdue. It has we are way past where we are supposed to end, and I apologize. Yeah, if there's anything you would love to communicate, please, the floor is yours.
I just want to thank you. It was very nice experience. It wasn't boring, and I think it would be very useful for us.
Thank you. Okay, thank you.
Yeah, may I ask? Pardon. Do you hear me?
So,
Wow.
quest program.
Yeah, may I ask? I don't hear you. Hear you. Is it okay? I hear echo.
Okay.
Is it okay? I hear echo.
You can
Now it's
question,
okay.
please.
Now you're back online. I wanted to ask
okay.
which
Now you're
program
back
we
online.
use. I wanted to ask which program we use.
Can you send
So,
the link
For mixing.
okay, so here I
Can you
used,
send the link?
Email to send us email.
so,
Email to send us email.
okay, so I am using Cubase here, but there are so many DAWs. I don't like limiting you, because some people find different software very easy to work with. So in the old PDF, there's a DAW, but if you use just you of about 30 days, so you can experiment and explore. Same with Pro Tools. All these guys period where you try, you can use it to want. Suppose the smaller use in my using here DAs I can use. Feel free and just go. This is the best way to find the DAW that works for you. One, go on YouTube and watch a few videos on DAWs. You look at each different ones, how they look. If you like it, maybe that's the one for you. If things seem simple, that's the one for you. So that is the way you should. If these things, you can even do them with some software that can even run on your iPad or tablet. So just explore and experiment. One of the easy ones that is free is Audacity. That it's just a free one.
Can you please write it because it's breaking your voice?
Can you please write it because it's breaking your voice?
Please. Thank you.
Okay, so let me switch my Wi-Fi.
So for clarity, what you were saying is which PDF, which is class 4, all the different DAWs were shared. So you can refer to that and then find the different DAWs that you can choose. That's inclusive of Cubase that he has been using now. Then Pro Tools, so on, Adobe Audition, and so on, Audacity, get a number. So you can refer to that PDF and then see what.
So I was typing and then I think it keeps cutting, but I've typed some of them in the chat. You can also use Adobe Audition. So yeah, in the chat you'll find some of the DAWs that you can use. So feel free, explore, experiment, whatever is easy for you, use that one. We clear?
Thank you.
Okay, so I think next class, I think we are done with the class unless there's any other thing you need to know. Your assignment is W class. I had a screen. What that needed through? Someone had a script.
Again, it's broken in your voice. We don't understand you.
The script last time.
Can you send us the? Task in mail.
Okay, so okay, let me switch my Wi-Fi. I think that's the one I'm on. Maybe power is on and off. Then we finish.
I think everyone who hasn't yet received the email, when they send an email to me, and then I think everyone who hasn't yet received an email, and then
No, I think it's not. It's very strange. No, it's not.
Cool. So I should be much stable now. I was saying someone had a script last time and we couldn't. I'm asking who had the script and is it ready? Can you send it on email? Is it clear?
No.
So for the few that are still here, I'm asking, someone had a script last time. They say they had their own script. So it's what I'm asking about. Is the script ready? If it is, please send it on the email.
It was Dragana's script. I'm not sure if she can hear us.
Okay. So maybe if anyone can reach her, maybe okay, we'll see. But the script we had, I think we'll continue and develop it. But otherwise, find the DAW of your choice, and next week we'll start on our assignment. Otherwise, have a good week.
Thank you.
You're welcome.